Hey guys, I'm doing a makeup haul today and I'm also going to give you first impressions of the products that I'm going to show you because I've tried every single thing and so let's get started. Alright, if you watched my last two videos, I showed you new products that I have purchased by SheaMoisture. I've been buying these things at Target. Not every Target has SheaMoisture, but I would say approximately 1 out of every 5 Targets has it. You can find out that information on Target's website, which one is the closest one to you. Although something isn't working right with that, you'll have to play around with it because when I went on there myself, it made it look like there were no Targets near me that had the products, but there definitely is because I've been buying them. And as far as Ulta goes, because I had mentioned this in another video, I just wanted to correct some of the information I'd given you regarding that. I thought the only way you could get SheaMoisture at Ulta was online. I stand corrected on that. It is sold at some Ultas. It's just not sold at any Ultas anywhere near me. I'm in Massachusetts. They don't sell SheaMoisture in Massachusetts or Rhode Island or New Hampshire or Vermont or Connecticut. The only state in New England where you can get SheaMoisture in an Ulta store is Maine, which makes no sense to me, but whatever, it's not my company. So yeah, you can find that information on Ulta's website. There is a whole page that lists every single store that SheaMoisture is sold at Ulta. Alright, so let's get right into it then. If you watched my last couple videos, you saw me showing you some eyeshadows that I have bought from SheaMoisture. I bought some eyeshadows a couple of years ago from them and I didn't like them. And I returned all of them except for one. But they must have reformulated because I've bought the same eyeshadows again and they're completely different. The formula is fantastic. I like the colors. Just completely different experience. So I thought, well, maybe they reformulated some of the other products too. So I purchased some of the other products, but these aren't the ones that I had purchased before. As a matter of fact, I think a lot of the products that I purchased before were mostly powders, and I bought a mascara, and I didn't like those things at that time, but the additional products that I've bought that I'm going to show you today, I think are things that I have never tried before. Alright, so let's go in order that I applied them. I bought the liquid foundation. It's called SheaMoisture Weightless Shea Serum Foundation, and then it says natural finish. I bought it in the shade Porcelain. This was $14.99. Let me get my cheat notes here. Where did I write it down? Yeah, $14.99, and I have it in the shade Porcelain, which is the lightest shade, and it seems to be a pretty good match. It's kind of warm. It's funny because it says right on the display, fair with cool tones or something like that, and to me this is very yellow. This doesn't look cool tones at all, but whatever. So color match seems to be okay. Seems like it's a little light, but the next one up I think was even more yellow, so I didn't dare go one shade darker because I didn't want it to be more yellow than this even. So the color match, it isn't perfect, but it's good enough. As we go into the warmer months, though, I would probably have to go one shade up, and then I don't think I'd be able to do this because then it would be too yellow. So it comes in a pump bottle. When you pump this, a ton of product comes out. So you might want to not do a full pump because I don't feel like I needed it. And you have to shake the heck out of this because it's got shea butter in it. So because of that, it separates. So you got to shake it like crazy. And it's 1 fluid ounce, just like any other typical foundation. Here's the thing with this. I am wearing it today. But here's the thing. I wish I had bought the primer, because I use the primer that I always use with all my other foundations, which now is the e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. I used to use the mineral one, and then when I finished that, I wanted to try something new, so I bought the hydrating one. And I don't know if this foundation doesn't mix with that primer or what, because it didn't apply very well, and it seemed like it just didn't apply well. It didn't blend into my skin. It didn't sink in. It seemed like it just sat on the surface of my skin. So I think what I might do is next time I use this, I think I might use it with no primer at all. And when I get a chance, I think I'm going to buy the SheaMoisture face primer, foundation primer. And because I don't feel like I can really give this a fair judgment unless I use their primer with it. But if you have oily skin, stay far, far away from this, because this is, I mean, it's got shea butter in it. It's really, really heavy duty hydrating. And if I have dry skin, and I felt like this was, you know, too much, too oily. When I finished applying it, I waited a couple of minutes and it just wasn't setting. So I had no choice but to set it with a powder. So I used my Milani face powder in the shade Light. This is the Multitasker face powder. And I don't really like to set my foundation with a powder. I would just prefer not to, because I have dry skin. I mean, I'm not concerned about my skin being too dry, because even when I set this foundation with a powder, it was still not set. And like when I touch my face, like it would make like a mark where I put my finger. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with this as the day goes on. I don't know if it's going to get more greasy or if it's just gonna take longer to set. I don't know what to think, so I'm gonna have to play around with this. But I think if I can find a way to make this work, I think I could really like it because I have dry skin. But if anybody's ever used this before, you know, please, what has your experience been? Did you buy the face primer? Does it work different if you use their face primer with it? Would I be better off not using any face primer at all and just putting this directly on my skin? That's what I'm going to try next. But yeah, anybody that's used it, let me know what happened with you. All right, let's move on. The next thing I'm going to show you is I bought a blush. This is a mineral blush, and it's a cream blush. And did I tell you the color? It's Plum. So I have this on, and I was scared to death to apply this because of, I've got, you know, face primer, the foundation, the serum foundation, and then I set my face with powder. I was like, oh my God, how am I going to put a cream blush on top of that? It wasn't an issue. It went on fine. So that's what I have on for a blush. It blended and applied easily, no problems, even though it was going on over 3 products. And it seems to have set okay, so I'm a little baffled by that, but this is a warm plum, and on the website when you look at it, it looks very different. I don't think this is the same product that I was looking at on the website. So yeah, they have, let's see. Yeah, I know what it was. I don't think I could find this product on the website, is what it was. It's supposed to be the same price as the eyeshadows, which are $5.99, so it's you might as well say $6. But on the website, it says that they sell a cheek and lip tint. But then if you read the back of this, it says mineral blush. So there's some confusion about what's on the website versus this. I mean, it looks like this product, but then if you look at this color and then you look at the color online, the Plum that they have on the website is cool, way cooler than this. So I don't think that they have this product listed on the website. Because this, I don't think, is the lip and cheek tint. So something's going on there. But anyways, I do like this. And, you know, I was thinking how every time I buy a Plum blush, it's always warm tone. I've never seen a cool Plum blush in person. Which, I don't know why that always is. Why do they always go warm when Plum blushes are marketed? So for a highlight on my face today, what I decided to do was use this Maybelline blush that I had from a limited edition collection, and this is cooler than the blush. And I decided to use this as a highlight because it's got shimmer in it, and I thought it would coordinate really nice with this blush. See how it's lighter on that side and darker on the other? I decided to use this like a highlighter, and I put that across the top of my cheekbones, and it did. It just blended together really nicely. So that's what I decided to do for a highlighter. This is called Plum Shimmer, and I had gotten this a couple years ago in a Maybelline limited edition collection. So yeah, thumbs up on the blush, although none of the other colors would work with my skin tone. And this, I can't believe I forgot to tell you guys that this whole line, SheaMoisture, is primarily designed for women of color. But if you've been with me for a long time, you know that that doesn't deter me from wanting to try it anyway, because I feel like no matter what your skin color is or tone, you can find something in any line of products that will work for you. I mean, women of color have been doing this for years because most makeup lines were designed for people who had lighter skin tones. So they've been struggling with this issue forever. So this is reverse for me because I'm basically trying to find products in a line designed for women with darker skin to work for me. But yet this is porcelain. So I think the line is primarily for women of color, but they try to incorporate some products into it for people with lighter skin. Because, I mean, porcelain isn't really associated with women of color. I don't know. Anyway, I should have mentioned that when I started talking about these products a couple days ago. So anyways, none of the other blushes would work with my skin tone. I know they wouldn't. They're way too deep and way too warm. So I thought maybe I could pull off the Plum, and I think it's all right for my skin tone. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you is I bought more eyeshadows. I love, love, love the eyeshadows. And just in case you didn't see the other videos that I did, they can stay in the package that you buy them in, like this, same packaging as with that blush I just showed you, or you can buy a palette. The palette is $10. It's made out of metal or tin, and it will hold 20 eyeshadows. And I love this. It has a super strong magnet on it. That's the eyeshadow that I bought from them 2 years ago. It's called Cecilia. They don't make this one anymore. And then these are the ones that I bought so far, not the new ones that I'm going to show you. This is a Makeup Forever eyeshadow. They're the same size. And this pan is really, the magnet is very strong. If you're looking for a palette to use with any of your eyeshadows that are in pan form, go for this because it will work with MAC, Makeup Geek, Anastasia, Makeup Forever, as far as I know, everything. And that's not always the case with all palettes. If you have MAC palettes or you have Z palettes, you know this. So that palette is fantastic. All right, so the 3 new eyeshadows that I got are Rock Crystal, which is basically a glittery white. And I wouldn't normally wear white with the other colors that I did today, but I wanted to try it out, so I did anyway. So that's what I have on. It's a brow bone highlight and an inner corner highlight. But yeah, this isn't definitely not the best choice for a highlight color for these other colors that I use, but wanted to try it. And very kind of chunky glitter on this one. So the finish isn't my favorite, but I can see how this could be versatile. You could probably use this as an intense face highlighter, and it works okay as a brow bone highlight and an inner corner highlight, but it would definitely look better with cooler colors like that purple that I had on yesterday. It would have looked good with that as a highlight. Okay, in the crease I have, by the way, after I do this video I'm going to take these out of this. I just wanted to show you what the original packaging looks like, but I'm going to take these out and put them in that palette I just showed you. This is Hana, and this is a matte brown, and that's what I have in the crease. So that's Hana. You know what? I should have swatched that other one so you could see. Let's do it. Rock Crystal. Just a white with a glitter finish. And that's Hana. So that's a matte brown. Those shimmers you're seeing are what's left over from Rock Crystal. And that's what's in my crease. And then the third one I got is Lily. Lily is a copper, but it's a different shade of copper than all my other copper eyeshadows. And I'm going to hold it up next to that Makeup Forever one that I have in a second, just so you can see what I'm talking about. But this is what I have on my lids. And I also drag this down along the lower lash line. So that's Lily, which is kind of a strange name for a copper color, but I think with a lot of their eyeshadows they name them after either girls or flowers, because some of the names are kind of random and obscure. I'm not sure what they did for the inspiration behind the names, but this is Lily, so I think some of them are named after just girls' names. So that's on my lids, and then yeah, let me show you how that compares to my copper eyeshadow that I have by Makeup Forever. See how so the Makeup Forever one is more gold, and that's how MAC Amber Lights is too. It's got very golden copper, but this is more like a true copper to me. And of course the finish is different. The Makeup Forever one is a metallic finish, and this is just like a finely milled shimmer. So that's Lily. So I think I have about half the eyeshadow colors now, and they don't have a lot of these like on the shelf in the store. They only have like 1 or 2, and some slots were empty, and then a lot of the ones that have 1 were broken. So I don't have access to every single color by buying it at the store, but there are at least 3 more shades that I want to get. So we'll see how that goes. And the next thing that I picked up to try is one of the eyeliners, and I got Teal because I've been buying some eyeliners lately, so I'm trying not to repeat colors. Like I bought a blue eyeliner by Maybelline recently, and I bought or was it turquoise? No, I guess it was turquoise. And then I bought a blue one from, yeah, that was Maybelline also, I think. No, what was the Marc Jacobs one? I don't know. I bought a lot of eyeliners recently, so I'm trying not to repeat colors. So I decided to go with Teal, and I have that on my waterline and my tight line. This went on like a dream. Now, I don't know how it's going to hold up as the day goes on. That remains to be seen. That's why this is a first impressions video and not a review video, but it says Ultra Smooth Long Wear Eye Pencil. And yeah, this went on fantastic. Did not irritate my eyes whatsoever, like the Maybelline one did that I got recently. So far, so good with this. And this was $7.99, and it comes in 6 colors. It comes in black, brown, teal, turquoise, blue, and purple. I believe those are the 6 colors. So loving this so far. Big thumbs up. I bought a lip pencil. This comes in 3 shades, light, medium, and dark. This one is light, and this is also $7.99. And I was really torn between getting this or the medium because my lips are pretty pigmented, but I think that this was just slightly a better match, but I could have just as easily gone with medium. I figured this would be more versatile if I got the light. That way I could wear it with light nudes and medium nudes, whereas if I'd gotten the medium, I could only go pretty much mid-range. So anyways, this is what I have on for a lip liner today. I lined and filled in my lips with this, and I like this very much. This is the type of liner that just glides on. And does it twist up? No, it doesn't twist up. It's a sharpen liner. So depending on what kind of liners you like, some people like the kind that twists. Some people prefer the kind you sharpen for other reasons. And some people like moisturizing type liners, and some people like drier formula. It's very much a matter of personal preference. So this is a sharpen that is moist, and I think all their products have shea butter in them, and that's kind of the whole idea behind it. Is this is a line for people with dry skin, basically. So that is so far so good. So I lined and filled in my lips with this, and then I bought one of the lipsticks. I bought one of the Shea Butter Luscious lipsticks. This is in the shade Maple. And this, I bought this one because I thought it would coordinate well with the eyeshadows that I bought this time, but I also bought this because I thought it would coordinate well with the lip pencil that I bought. So it's pretty close to that color, maybe just a little bit darker. So this is Maple, and it is very, very moisturizing and emollient. So this is definitely not a matte lipstick. I know that's what's on trend right now, but yeah, I like to wear all different kinds of things. So this was $9.99, and there was another color that would have been more suited to my coloring. It was called Tea Rose. That would have been the obvious choice for me, but I really wanted to wear them all together, and I thought the Maple would go better with the eyeshadows that I picked up this time. So very moisturizing, has a really beautiful finish to it. And last but not least, I bought one Maybelline product, and this was something that I had seen a picture of online, so I had it like in the back of my mind, and I had decided the next time I saw it I was going to buy it. This is a Color Sensational lipstick from the Buffs line. You know, that's not new, so I'm sure you're familiar with that. This is called Untainted Spice. It's number 950, and that's what it looks like. It's sort of a cinnamon color, I would say. Let me swatch this for you. The finish on this is pretty much just like that SheaMoisture lipstick I just showed you. See, when I tilt my hand, because it's a darker color, it doesn't show it as much. So it's not quite as moisturizing as the SheaMoisture, but it is a very moisturizing lipstick. But yeah, I would say that's like a cinnamon color. And just so you can see what it looks like, I'm gonna just layer it right over that other one because I tried doing that yesterday and it worked out okay, so I know I can get away with it. So let me apply this just so you can see what the color looks like on. You can't do this with every lipstick, but sometimes you can. Okay, so that's Untainted Spice. It's number 950. So this is the type of color that's more on trend right now. And if you are kind of afraid of these brown types of lipsticks, I think this would be a really good place to start because it's got a red undertone to it, and that makes it way more wearable than just a straight up brown. And I love this shade. I'm really glad that I happened to come across a picture of it online and decided to pick it up. So that is my haul slash first impressions of all these products. And yeah, please, if anybody has any information, experience with this, how did you end up using it ultimately, if you did like it, or did you not want to bother and just returned it? I would like to see how this works if I can figure out the right way to use it. So I think that's it. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.